So welcome, everyone here tonight. Welcome to the Fort Collins Connection launch party. This is an incredible turnout. We are so happy to have all of you here. Thank you so much for your support. I'm looking out at this crowd and I see friends, I see coworkers, I see neighbors, I see community. And when I think about Fort Collins Connection, it is all about community. This is community-driven and community-owned. And it's going to be connecting our residents and businesses to the things that matter most: education, commerce, entertainment, friends, family, and opportunity. And Fort Collins Connection will provide that community you all are seeking, and it will be provided by the City of Fort Collins, a team of people you already know and trust. And here to, yeah, let's give a round of applause for that. So here today to talk about the importance of the infrastructure that we are building is Mayor Wade Troxel. Mr. Mayor, thank you.
Thanks, Aaron, and thank you all for being here. Wow, hey, we're a gig city. Yeah. That's awesome. And, it wouldn't have happened without past councils and our current council. I'd like to recognize our council members that are here: Kristen Stevens, our Mayor Pro Tem, and Ken Summers, Susan Bukowski, Emily Gorgol is back there, and Ross Kniff is streaming. Hi, Ross. And then Julie Pignataro. So thank you all. Thanks for our council. That's awesome. And previous council, we have former Mayor Karen Wykenot, who's here, and Susan Kirkpatrick. Thank you. This is an exciting night, and this has really been a community effort and coming together, starting in 2011, really by asking, how are we going to be a connected city? And our incumbents, they didn't have an answer. They said, we're programming. And so from that point, and really through a community effort, I see Colin, I see Glenn, I see others that are here. Pat Burns played a key role right at the beginning. Van Minville played a key role while he was on council, saying, what does it mean to be a connected city? And so it's so important that, and many others within our community played a key role in getting to this point where we are today. So this is a celebration, and with that, we're really celebrating that we're providing a high-speed, reliable broadband network that is really critical infrastructure for our community. So when you think of water, or our streets, or our wastewater, or stormwater, or our electricity that we really literally take for granted, that's the same as it is for having broadband and having a digital economy. And so for our homes and businesses and peoples that need to thrive in today's world, today's economy, today's lives, and modern economy, that's so important. And so this isn't about a luxury or something that's nice to have. This is a need to have. And so this is a necessity to compete in today's economy with today's workforce, whether you're applying online or telecommuting or conducting business fundamentally over the internet, or to move the balance of and as it relates to the balance of our lives and our families. And it's necessary for our families, whether we find our children having to do their homework online and to submit their homework and to check their assignments and have the parents be involved in their education as well, and to stay connected with their children and their education in the classroom via emails to their teachers, and just the electronic bulletin boards. So it's fundamental in our kids' education. And it's also so important for our seniors, and to stay connected as it relates to their home and their security and their peace of mind, and also to stay connected with their families, whether it's in the next town or halfway around the world. Our businesses, it's critical that they be connected. And now our businesses have a real choice for high-speed internet. They can take advantage of gigabit symmetric speeds that respond to their customers and their vendors and allow their businesses to grow and hire new employees and do it with a reliable infrastructure. So we are a gig city, $59.95 per month. That's awesome. With no contract, no data caps, and also excellent customer service. Yeah. So there's so many ways to differentiate, and there's nothing comparable today and in the future in our community. So really, through Connexion, that's the future of being a connected city in Fort Collins. So Fort Collins Municipal Broadband has come a long ways, and it's been a long time in the making and highly anticipated for our community and for our city. So now it's a time to look back at the key milestones that got us to this point today.
It began with an idea, the goal of providing affordable and reliable broadband service for the entire city of Fort Collins. In 2014, Fort Collins residents and city staff prioritized this goal for our community. Senate Bill 152, restricting municipal broadband, was overturned by 83% in 2015, leading the way for Fort Collins to pursue community-owned broadband. After that, things kicked into high gear. City leaders took significant measures to ensure that designing a broadband utility would be successful for Fort Collins. With the green light from City Council, a vote was brought to the community to add telecommunications services to the utility charter. It passed by 57%. City Council gave direction to move forward with building and implementing gigabit speed next-generation broadband for the entire community. The Connexion brand was revealed, construction began, and Fort Collins Connexion was officially launched. Today, we celebrate the hard work it has taken to get here and the exciting journey ahead of us.
Welcome to Connexion. We wanted to provide that timeline and that recap just to see how far we've come. And I think it's a great reminder that this has been an incredible journey for everyone involved. So, Mr. Mayor, thank you so much for introducing that. And now I'd like to introduce Darren Atterbury, our city manager. Thank you.
So for some of you who were paying really close attention to that video, you might have seen me actually pulling fiber. No worries. There's a quality control group, and that was just dummy fiber. That wasn't real. That was a string. And they're like, yeah, you look like you're pulling it. And we took lots of pictures. But I just look around the room again, and I'm thankful to be here once again and talking about the launch of Connexion. And I thought about Councilmember Kniff, who's remote right now, and he's live streaming, and I was trying to think, how do I come up with some joke about all the buffering that's probably going on right now? But I don't know exactly where he is. But Ross, I'm glad you're joining us, and council members, and mayor, and former council members, and former mayors who are here. We've inherited this place from so many of you in this community as well, and it's very unique that local government and municipal leaders get to, and the staff of 2,400 people get to work on these kinds of projects, and the trust and the great work and the trust that our residents have put in our elected leaders and appointed and staff is remarkable. And I know I have a lot of peers all the way around the country. I think I read there's about 18,000 cities, and there's just a little over a handful of cities that are doing this. And also to say thank you to the cities who have served as role models for our community. City of Longmont, right down the road, has been a phenomenal teacher for us, and we get to learn from their mistakes as well. But we learned a lot from their expertise, and I think about the city of Chattanooga as well. I know Coleman is here somewhere. Where are you, Coleman? Coleman is the executive director of this utility. Yeah, let's give Coleman a big hand. played a significant role in the deployment of gig service in Chattanooga, and we went out. I remember I met Coleman at a conference in Dublin, Ohio, and then we went on a bus ride to a dinner, and I remember he probably thought, man, who is this dude? He's so eager and wanting to learn about and just picking his brain, and little did I know a few years later he would be a consultant, and then he would be our executive director, and I'm really thankful for your leadership, and for that matter, the team of John and Clint and Aaron, and I run the risk every time I mention names, I leave people out, and I'm sorry for that. But and then ultimately the 30 folks that are going to be in this utility that are delivering services, and then I also have to speak about a number of our partners who are actually helping us build this, and so I want to take a second just to mention those folks. So you all have heard of a technology company called Nokia. Nokia is a big part of this deployment of ours. Nokia will be in your neighborhood and they'll be in your home. And so for folks who are here from Nokia, we thank you for your partnership, and you've been remarkable. Second of all, AEG. I know there are folks here from AEG. They're our primary contractor with Light and Power who are out there pulling fiber throughout your neighborhood. They are in your yards. And I know a few of you, they've already been in your yard and they've moved out, and now you're waiting for the service. But AEG, you all, thank you for your work. Thank you for the crews and the leadership, and on and on and on. But you're in our yards. Moby TV, you will soon be in our homes and our TVs and on our devices. And we're really excited about your partnership as well, and wherever you are, I thank you for that. Let's see. Coleman, is it on track? These are folks that are going to be working in your yards and actually in your homes with City Connection folks and city employees. So these are the folks that are going to be connecting from the street into your home, and you can imagine they're critical partners, right? Because when they knock on your door, we want you to instantly trust them, we want instantly to have credibility, and we need to ensure that that's what they do, and I am completely confident that that's the way in which you'll represent this city and this broadband utility. Another group that's been really important to us, and I'm not sure if Jim Park is here. Is Jim here yet, Jake? Jim will be here in a few minutes, I hope, because he's going to be talking in a couple minutes. Jim is not part of our formal contractor-subcontractor team. Jim is the president and CEO of OtterBox. And I think that over the coming months and over the coming years, I just want to recognize OtterBox and the influence that they've had us in our StratOp process. They've stepped up and been willing to help in marketing, and as some of you are Otters in the room, people that work for OtterBox, and the way in which this business has, with enthusiasm, embraced us and helped us with customer service and those sorts of things. And I know Jim's going to talk to you in a minute, and you remember when we had our previous event, Kurt Richardson, the founder of OtterBox and Blue Ocean, was up here as well talking about his excitement and enthusiasm. And so this is a team of folks who they're either helping design and equip, they're helping consult, they're helping dig in our streets and partner with Light and Power and Connexion. They're the people that are connecting from the street to your home and in your home. They're the folks that have gear in our homes and in our neighborhoods. And then there's one other really important partner, Hernando's here, Open International. And Hernando, I don't really know how to describe you, because they're our customer information and billing system. So if OnTrack is in your home, and Mayor already mentioned this is $59.99 for gig service, Hernando's group and Lisa Rosentalsi's group in utility is going to help us bill for this. So I don't really want to say you're going to be in our credit cards in our pockets, but I don't really, but I will tell you, the way in which you interface with our system These folks, and I know Lisa Rosentalski's group from customer service and information service from utilities are here. IT folks are here, light and power, engineering, city attorney's office, city manager's office. I mean, I could on and on and on. I know I'm missing some departments, but the way that you all have come together to support Coleman and team in this community is, I'm really grateful for that. Today's paper had a headline story that I wanted to speak to. And I'm really not poking, I want to clarify. So the headline said, ambiguity still reigns in the Fort Collins broadband launch. I will say laser-like focused ambiguity. Okay? It's really important. Please have no doubts about where this utility is heading. With great intentionality, with laser-like focused, I will apologize to you for some of the ambiguity, and that is we are not announcing where we're heading next, right? And I know that makes everyone frustrated. My household is ready for it, right? I know that there are some folks that are in the room that we've passed and you're either turned on or you're about to be connected. But please, folks, and I hope if there's a newspaper article about this meeting tomorrow, I want to clear the record. There is no ambiguity here. There is specificity. We just, because we're in a competitive environment, we don't get to roll out all of our blueprints like we would an electric utility or like we would a transportation utility or stormwater water. So I want to be really clear about that. You know what? And I'll finish with a couple of things. I want to say that, and I think the mayor mentioned, you know, really the great thing is about our residents and our businesses connecting and getting amazing levels of speed and reliability and customer service and a very, very competitive price. But really the big play as well is around what we're talking about as a platform. And I when I was writing some notes this evening earlier, I was thinking it's really a platform of possibilities. We don't really know how this is going to be fully leveraged. We know in the residential and the business community and others, we know that this is going to be phenomenal, and it can't be beat. Okay, we know that, but the possibilities that this platform is building, and Dr. Burns and I have talked a little bit about that. We're looking at things like, you know, how does the city not drive that, but how do we build this platform that allows people to leverage? We have a world-class research institution right across the street that I guarantee over time is going to figure out how to leverage. I have a friend of mine who's a radiologist in town who can hardly wait to get this service because it helps him do his job in very, very different ways. We have educators, as the mayor mentioned, in this community who are eager. And so the platform of possibilities is the part that we ought to just stay really, really curious about and really excited about. And then finally, I have to say, last week or 2 weeks ago, I was at a city picnic where we said thank you to our coworkers and volunteers at the city. And I was with my granddaughter, Nora, who's about this big, and she was in the swing, and I remember thinking just as I was looking at all my colleagues and pushing her, thinking, you know, this is really the future. I mean, this is definitely for 2019 and our first customer and customers. This is really about the next 3 to 15 to 25 to 50 years. And so I'll end with thank you, Fort Collins, for letting us think big. And thank you for requiring us, mandating that we don't just think about 5 years to 10 years out. I don't know any other city manager that a city council and a mayor are encouraged to think out 100 years. And that's a really, really beautiful space to be in. So it is my privilege to say congratulations to Fort Collins and thanks to our collaborators and thanks to all the team members. And we're just really grateful for you being here. So thanks.
We live in a digital age, connecting us to each other in ways we once only dreamt of. Connecting us almost anytime, anywhere. To our loved ones and our businesses. Right next door and across the country. Everything is connected. Everything is connection.
New Belgium is the fourth largest craft brewer in the nation, so we make beer. My name's Travis Morsham, and I'm the IT director here. You know, what does an IT guy do at a brewery? You know, we don't source, make, or deliver our products without information technology being a critical part, and obviously being connected with our other brewery in Asheville is key, as well as with our customers and beer drinkers all throughout the U.S. So uptime, speed is critical. No one wants to get the call in the middle of the night that they can't connect up to what they're doing.
Fiber optics, right off the gate, we can offer 1 gig services. Imagine for a moment what that could do for your community, for your family. What could you do with that kind of speed and unlimited availability? I imagine entrepreneurs really taking advantage of this. I imagine creative people using this for means to draw business under their name. I imagine things that we might not even know that's coming yet. You know, autonomous cars are coming. This is a technology that's required for that type of solution, but the sky's the limit.
A community-owned service will cater more to the needs of the community instead of the needs of a company, which I look forward to seeing how that plays out, as well as providing things that are important to a lot of people like net neutrality, a community-based broadband that is being created from the start with net neutrality in mind, I think will provide an open and free internet for all the users.
It bridges the gap between people who do not have internet currently, or they have internet and it's not sufficient. This is an equalizer. This puts everybody on the same level playing ground for success for their families.
2 years ago, when we first heard about this, we've been raising our hand to try it out and be on the list. Just because of the relationship that we've had with the city, we know that customer service is going to be excellent, reliability is going to be excellent, and pricing is going to be on point.
When the city voted for us to build this, and they said they want a community brand and a community-owned network, we listened, and we take it very seriously, and we're very proud of the fact that our community sees the value in us enough and trusts us enough to build this community-owned network.
But I think the value of it, the pricing, I think, is the most exciting piece for a lot of people, because the speeds they're offering far exceed the speeds offered by competitors. Because like currently I'm paying, I think, almost $80 a month for 300 megabits per second down and 10 up. And now, you know, I know the pricing's not official yet, but I think it'll probably be in that ballpark for closer to a gigabit up and down, which is, I think that's a really significant step in a direction that I'm happy to see the city moving in, for sure.
What excites me about the opportunity is just more equitable access to reliable, high-speed internet. You know, for a lot of people, they're priced out of opportunities to connect and to connect at reliable speeds. So for me, kind of bridging that digital divide and bringing it to the masses from a utility standpoint is what I'm looking forward to.
I believe that a community-owned broadband network such as the one we're building is really an exclamation point for the type of people that we have living here. What's great about our network is that we've taken lessons learned from other communities that have done this, and we've applied all the best practices to what we're building here today. What we're building here today is unique in northern Colorado. Nobody else has anything like it. This community network is ours. We own it. We're your neighbors, we're your friends, we're your family. We all live here, and we will own this network together.
I'm Nick Armstrong. I'm the Geek in Chief of WTF Marketing, the organizer of Fort Collins Comic Con and Fort Collins Startup Week. And first, I want to say a thank you and congratulations to Marianne Huffins, who is retiring from the Loveland Business Development Center. Do any of you know Marianne? Okay, let's give her a round of applause because she's amazing. Thank you. Now for the reason why we're all here tonight. My internet is so slow that my ISP offered me a complimentary speed increase. I just had to switch to AOL. Thank you. My internet is so slow that I am still trying to figure out what the ending of Titanic is. It's buffering. Access to affordable gig speed internet, much like access to art, is a transformative experience. And the city of Fort Collins has enabled the next great creative transformation in arts, culture, music, and business right here in our city. As the organizer of Fort Collins Comic-Con and Startup Week, we have these great social barometers right in place. Just this last month, we saw over 160 artists gather with 3,000 geeks at the Northside Azalon Community Center, and together we raised around the idea of this internet-enabled and internet-centric art and creations, this pop culture creation. We together raised $120,000 for the Poudre River Public Library District's children's literacy efforts over the last 5 years. In February, we're going to get to see the effects of 6 months of gig speed internet for our business community at Startup Week. I cannot understate or overstate the amount of cool projects that are going to be coming down the pipeline. It's going to blow your mind. Availability is just the first step. Free and open access for all of our citizens in Fort Collins is the ultimate creative equalizer, which is why neighborhoods like mine are working with the city to incorporate Connexion into our HOA dues. Now, who in the room is an artist, or a creator, or a musician, or a business owner? It's okay, you can keep your hands up. Now, who likes to support artists and creators and business owners and musicians? And who can be guilted into, supporting artists, creators? So, what I see around us is an amazing community that's in support of all of these amazing creators. And I put to you that the next great challenge for our city council and our mayor and our small business owners and our artists and even the kindergartners who just started at Poudre School District is to find and create platforms that help support the artists and creators and business owners and musicians in our community so that the next great American novel, the next great cool creative business idea, the next great song, music, cultural phenomenon is created right here in Fort Collins, Colorado. We can do, and we are obligated to do, so much more than Netflix and chill at warp speed. We can do so much more with this. We can do more than binge watch our favorite shows on Netflix. We can do this. We can create. What are you going to create with Connexion? I'm so excited to find out. Thank you.
That's great. It really is all about possibilities, as Darren said, and Nick, thank you so much. I mean, it is amazing what we're going to be able to do. We haven't even dreamed of yet, and we're so happy to be able to, really provide that opportunity for everyone. So I'd like to introduce Coleman Keane, our Executive Director, here for Connexion.
Wow, this is a great turnout. This is impressive. I got a lot of people I want to thank tonight. And before I get started, and where's Juliana? Juliana, I'm sorry, I'm going off script. Caitlin, would you please stand up? Come on, Caitlin. Caitlin almost single-handedly was responsible for all the food and drink and the setup of the room and everything that you're looking at here tonight. And so, Caitlin, we really appreciate it. Thank you. I also saw one of our vendors sneak in, so Momentum Telecom is also here, and they're helping to provide us on our phone solution. But it has taken a ton of people to get us where we are today. It's been a monumental task, and I really want to thank all of the employees of the City of Fort Collins and the various departments that helped us. And I want to go through and name some of them. And as I call out your department, if you would please stand up, I really would appreciate it. So I want to start with the Oasis team, and I can see most of them are standing already. So the Oasis team, as you heard Darren talk about earlier, was responsible for getting the CIS, the Customer Information System, stood up, and they did it in an amazing record time. They've been locked in the basement for I don't know how long now trying to get that done. So I really appreciate that. I also want to thank our legal department, and I can see they're standing also. So there's Carrie over there, and Cyril's hiding. The amount of contracts and legal work that we had to do for regulatory filings and stuff like that was massive, and they've done a great job in supporting us, so I really appreciate their help. As you go across, we have the electric utility. So Tim and your guys have been wonderful. So come on. And then I also want to thank the Connexion team themselves. So if the Connexion team could stand up. And I also see my IT team standing, hiding back in the corner over here. Also a great partner in everything that we've done. And like Darren, since I went off script, I'm hoping I'm not missing anybody. If I am, you can beat me up later on. So anyway, I really do appreciate all of the help that the other departments have given us. It's been amazing, the ability for the city to come together and support us as we have launched this. It has been a lot of work. You know, when you look at 12 months have gone by, you know, it took a lot of effort to get here. If you go back almost 12 months ago, we were in this room and we announced the brand launch, right? That was a tremendous event. 6 months after that, in February, we were out at 700 Wood Street and we did our groundbreaking. And here we are 6 months later, 1 year basically, and we're announcing the launch of gigabit service across the city, and we are working very diligently to get that to everybody. So I appreciate everybody coming out. I appreciate all the support that the other departments have given us. So.
So as Coleman said, you know, it has taken a village. It really has. But we're also really excited because, as you know, we have launched. Yes, we are live. So, and we actually have, currently we have some first connected homes are already connected. These are individuals who are part of our beta testing. And we are going to be lighting up new homes pretty much as we speak. We're targeting some homes, and this is the little nugget I'm going to give you, but we are targeting some homes in North Fort Collins where construction has already been successfully completed. And those residents are going to receive a sales door hanger and an email letting them know that service is now available for you to sign up. And you'll be able to come to the website and or call our customer service team once you get that information ready to go, and we'll be able to get you moving. That's going to start tomorrow. So we're really excited about that. Thank you. And as the mayor said, I think the cat's out of the bag with our pricing. So yeah, we are providing $59.95 a month, no contracts, no data caps, no installation fees, by the way. Thank you very much. And we're also going to have a 10 gig available. That will be ready to go in case you are ready for that speed. And we are going to offer our phone product. We are also working on a digital equity program. So this is really important. So we're going to have more information coming on that, but this is going to be a low-income internet program that residents will be able to qualify for, and they will be able to get high-speed internet. So it doesn't matter where you live or how much money you make, you're going to be able to get Connexion internet, and we're really proud of that. So more information to come. Our video product will be launching soon, along with our small business, professional, and enterprise level services. So again, stay tuned. We'll keep you all updated as soon as that information comes in.
All right.
And again, I just want to thank Mayor Troxel, Darren, Nick. Thank you all so much for coming up here and helping us launch this today. A special thanks to everyone who has been here tonight and coming and helping celebrate. I'm so proud that we are able to announce this today. I'm so proud that we're going to be able to serve you, our residents and our businesses. We're part of the community, as Clint Reitz said in our video. We are friends and we're neighbors. And we care very much about this community, and we can't wait to provide you service. So we have a beautiful cake. We're going to get that cut so we can enjoy and celebrate, and everyone just have a great time. Thank you so much for coming.